Hello, Chain Gang, and welcome back to the Four Chains Travel and the beautiful city of Split, Croatia.
Unlike last week's video from Malta, where Valletta is the only port that can accommodate large cruise ships, Croatia actually has 6 ports. The 3 main ones are Dubrovnik, Zadar, where actually next week's video will be from, and Split, which is where we find ourselves today. Last week we were on an excursion that we knew was going to take us to cities where Game of Thrones shooting locations were, but we had no idea going in how helpful the guide would be. We were fortunate that everyone else on the tour also wanted to see these places. They were all scenes from season 1. This week, we do not have to worry about the tour guide knowing about the show because the tour is actually called Game of Thrones Walking Tour. Also, we know that the cast and crew of Game of Thrones just fell in love with shooting in Split, so the tour is actually going to show us scenes from seasons 3, 4, 5, and 6. So buckle up and enjoy the show. Split is an interesting comparison to Malta because they have similar strengths, and one of those is a great deal of aesthetic beauty entering and exiting the ports. Let me know if this is just a me thing and I should leave this part out of future videos, or whether this is something you all enjoy as well. When it comes to entering beautiful ports, I like to just drink in the beauty while I drink in some coffee on my balcony, or if I'm booked on an inside cabin, I just go out on the deck. Is this something you guys also value, or do you spend this time getting ready for your excursion? Anyway, once you arrive, the port of Split, in my opinion, becomes more appealing than Malta for a few practical reasons. What makes Croatia such a wonderful cruise stop is how much it has to offer. It has obviously these incredible seas. It has the historic houses that you can see. It has these cliffside vistas and obviously Game of Thrones sites, but do not get convinced that this is where you should go out of your way to film, because this is where Bronn taught Jaime Lannister to sword fight.
I've never seen Valyrian steel before. She's a beauty.
And he had one arm because
He's telling me to get you over here.
Oh, yeah. So security is sick of people filming that spot, and they usher us forward. But to our delight, a quick 3-minute walk from the ship, we were at the entrance to Diocletian's palace and the start of our tour. That is a big improvement from Malta, where the first 45 minutes of our tour was a bus ride in heavy traffic, stopping several times, picking up other people who'd booked the same tour. Our tour guide took us through various models and maps of Diocletian's palace, and most of us were shocked to hear that aspects of this building are important, even if it has nothing to do with Game of Thrones, and in fact, it was named a UNESCO World Heritage Site before Game of Thrones even started filming. Apparently, 3rd century Roman Emperor Diocletian had this palace built as his retirement residence, and he never even had HBO Max. After he gave up the throne, much of Rome wanted him to return because the current emperor, Constantine, was trying to say, hey guys, remember that Jewish guy from Nazareth that was healing people and had a couple hundred people convinced he was the Messiah, so we killed him, and then we also killed as many of his followers as we can find? Well, I've been thinking about it, and now I think not only should we stop killing his followers, I think we should follow him. Well, Diocletian passed on retiring and built a palace so large that even today 3,000 people live within its walls, along with many shops and restaurants and bars and cafes.
Before we entered the palace, the tour guide showed us what scene locations we were going to visit. It gave us a perspective, but more importantly, got everyone excited about the experience.
Start the rebellion in Mereen. Over here on the right, in the basements, we'll have a scene where Sir Barriston Selmy died during the battle with the Sons of the Harpy. Here in vestibule, we'll have one short cutscene with a bunch of the Sons of the Harpy dead on the floor. Over here on the north, we'll have a scene with the legendary scene, Kill the Masters. I have to warn you, there is no literal sign on the wall, Kill the Masters. It was just used as a prop in a Game of Thrones, yeah? Because I had some disappointed guests that came here all around the world to see that sign. There is no literal sign on the wall. And all here before the end of our tour, we'll stop in a Game of Thrones shop and you will have an opportunity to take a picture on Iron Throne. Orientation-wise, we are currently standing somewhere here.
This looks like where the dragons were. I think it came down those stairs. The dragons were right here, facing there. Everyone was very excited about this because this is where Khaleesi kept her dragons.
All these people are here, but they probably wouldn't be here because behind me would be where the dragons are. That could be the steps, although...
If you're coming down these steps that we're looking at, you would be seeing where the dragons are, which is where we are filming from.
So in other words,
the dragons would be here.
Well, sort of. Those stairs is where they filmed the scene, but the lighting didn't quite match up. So later on, they went out in post and added these CGI steps for the scene. The next part the tour guide took us to see was Season 5, Episode 2, where Darius is talking to Grey Worm about the best strategy to use to fight the Sons of the Harpy. And we'll show it to you now.
Of course you haven't found any Sons of the Harpy. You haven't, have you? My second sons, on the other hand, drink, whore, fight in the streets.
What you see Angie here doing, everybody was looking forward to, which is standing in front of this part and yelling. I didn't understand the scene that it referenced, but of course I had to get in there and give it a go. I'm assuming I did an amazing job, but I'm not sure, so let me know what scene this is.
Dracarys.
what a man will do for love.
The things I do for love.
You might have noticed I messed up the quote, but before you troll me in the comments, you should know I also had the wrong building. This is the correct building, so my mistakes cancel each other out. That's YouTube math. Logistically, what makes this tour so fun is nobody has to try and remember a scene because the guide has the scenes preloaded on his phones, so he will show you a scene and then he will point out that you are standing there where they filmed that actual scene and you have a reference point.
We are now running to the basements. You'll see the gates that we just passed through some 20 seconds ago, these gates. They were in the room before. And they will now arrive over here and they will see a whole bunch of slaves sitting beneath these pillars over here behind us. And I wondered, how did they find so many people?
Ores caribus daries kizo ote estuve aiskezi. Dorijim kotas debajo jivaderve sumbazi. Ujiebat, jimisidlivas zermas maho.
This brings us to the two most famous scenes filmed in Split, and the first one is the iconic Kill the Masters scene. Everyone wants to see the actual Kill the Masters graffiti, but given that Diocletian's palace is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, actually spray painting the walls would be illegal, so they use CGI.
I will now show you the picture. So, Kill the Masters, standing over here directly behind me on this wall. I know that there is no sign literally right now, but
Next, he brought us to the location where the heroic but heartbreaking death of Sir Barriston Selmy was filmed.
this is Sir Barriston Selmy and this is also in Split. But what is unrealistic over here, he is on another side of the old city center and he will now arrive over here in the basement in approximately 45 seconds. So all the locals immediately said that that is an impossible thing to do. But that is a local thing to notice again. So he's now here. He's standing right behind you. Not at this moment, of course. I had some guests turning around. Cool. Yeah, people turning around. It happened before, so. And this will be the death of Sir Barriston Selmy, the brain. He'll die right directly over here beneath your feet.
As you enjoy some Split Croatia Dogs of the Vlog, you may be wondering if the exterior scenes of Meereen were also shot here. Well, they were, but not at Diocletian's palace. They were shot what you're looking at right now, which is Cliss Fortress. It's about 20 minutes away. The most memorable scenes filmed here all involve Khaleesi's army, the most famous of which include episodes 3 and 4 in season 4 and episodes 1 and 10 from season 5. My personal favorite is when the Marine slave masters sent their best fighter to challenge anyone in Dany's army to a one-on-one fight, which turned out to be a strategic error on the slave master's part. Okay, you know what? I'm starting to have some regrets about the editing of this video. Sure, it's had plenty of Game of Thrones history so far, but we haven't talked enough about the real history because Diocletian's palace is actually considered the best preserved Roman palace in the world. I mean, look at this place. In the United States, we celebrate historic landmarks from 200 years ago. But this place was built 2,000 years ago and still operates as a functioning city. It's actually incredible to walk on the grounds and realize that you are walking in a spot that not hundreds, but thousands of years ago. Wait, is that the Iron Throne? Oh my God, we are definitely getting our picture on that thing.
The Mad King.
Yes, the Mad King.
I used to be called Mad Dog because our property manager thought I was the one who knocked down the garage door. This cat doesn't care. If you're wondering, at the Game of Thrones store, this mystery box is the 3rd bestseller. The 2nd and 1st bestseller are t-shirts and mugs with that quote. The most popular non-Game of Thrones site in Split is this 28-foot tall statue of the 10th century Croatian bishop and part-time Gandalf cosplayer, Gregory of Nin. There is always a crowd around his shiny big toe because it is supposed to bring good luck, so please like and subscribe to our channel to prove it works. Gregory of Nin is a Croatian legend because he defied the Catholic Church by performing Mass in the Croatian language instead of in Latin, because he felt more people would come to church if they could understand the sermons, and Croatians do not speak Latin. He was called in front of the Pope where he argued that when our nation's leaders take office, if they have a Bible in their country's language, we can make them put their hand on it because, of course, we want the powerful leaders of our nations avoiding the 7 deadly sins like lust and gluttony and following the 10 commandments about lying and adultery and whatnot. So if you think about it, Gregory is a big reason why our leaders have such good diets and never lie or cheat on their wives. As you enjoy some birds of the vlog, Angie is chiming in that my attempts to be subtly clever are neither subtle or clever, and she is saying I'm living in a glass house or something like that, which makes no sense because the only house we ever had was brick. But the next step, I can tell you the tour guide was very excited to bust out his phone and show us this scene in a spot that is known as either the rotunda, the atrium, or the vestibule.
Here, our tour guide takes us to the vestibule where the Sons of the Harpy ambushed the unsullied soldiers.
These days, the vestibule hosts near constant klapa concerts. Klapa is a traditional Croatian form of music performed by a group of a cappella singers showcasing songs that fall into 4 specific categories: love, wine, the sea, and the homeland.
September 1898. If you are wondering what was he doing here in Split,
The he being referenced is Sigmund Freud. Residents of Split take a great deal of pride when famous people praise their city, as Freud did in his influential book, The Interpretation of Dreams. And this plaque is their way of thanking him, although I assume allowing Game of Thrones to film there would have been thanks enough. If Freud was alive today, he would certainly have some interesting takes on the relationship of Jaime and Cersei, as well as Jon Snow and Daenerys Targaryen, when it became clear that Jon was actually Aegon Targaryen. Sometimes a Valyrian steel sword is just a Valyrian steel sword. If you know, you know. And to be honest, I am not sure I know or understand, but I do know that Orson Welles of Citizen Kane fame has also praised Split, Croatia very extensively, and they rewarded him with a statue. So will I award this excursion the title of Best Game of Thrones Tour Ever? Well, I liked it more than the tour in Malta, simply because you leave your ship and you see these fish, and then you walk across the little bridge and the tour can begin. But in order to say this is the best, I need to do the Belfast tour, which is on our list. Next week, however, we are in Zadar, Croatia, and apparently headed to a very beautiful island. So please like and subscribe to check that out, and tune in every Friday to the 4 Chains Travel.